chicken.
It's doggy day. Chicken.
So cute. I can pick that up. Might upset the dogs. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, look at the babies.
Hi.
Aw,
Hi, Rizzo. Hi, Cole. Look at that yawn.
so cute.
Oh, puppy.
Can you say hi? This is Rizzo, our newest addition.
Aw, so cute.
Oh, God, he's so beautiful. She's so beautiful.
So she's going to be, she's the inspiration for today's dog biscuit treats.
Yay.
Yeah.
Edgar said, right on. Sign me up.
So these are all natural. They're going to be, all organic. And of course, we got to add some herb because it's Hollie's homegrown. So we're going to put some parsley in, which is good. Oh, thanks for the hugs.
Aw, it's good for breath.
Thank you. Which is good for their digestion and human digestion as well.
And their
So,
breath, right?
and also we have an optional ingredient, flaxseed ground, if you want to add that for some omegas for their fur and their skin. Rizzo's still a little baby. She's only 11 weeks old. And so we're not going to give her the flaxseed because it can also, it helps move their system around. So she doesn't need that right now. She's very regular and just fine. So, but I will have the flaxseed in the menu. I mean, on the recipe. So you can, hi, sweetheart.
Flaxseed on the menu.
Oh, look at her tongue. All I can see is her tongue.
I know. Matches my shirt. I know. I think because I had the peanut butter, she's smelling peanut butter. Okay, I'm gonna Jack. Come on. I'm gonna pass Rizzo. Say bye, everybody. Good
Bye,
night.
Rizzo. It's great to meet you.
Okay, this is Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi,
Hi, Jack.
Oh,
Now I just miss
say
the
bye,
dogs.
Rizzo. Oh, my
Okay, I gotta wash my hands. We gotta wash hands.
Look at I miss your dogs.
Hands, get your mask.
We had a great day today at the park.
Oh, good. They're so cute.
I know. She's a English Golden Doodle. Her mother was a full standard poodle, full size, and her father is an English Retriever, which looks like a Golden Retriever, but they're white and a little stockier. They're beautiful. So she's our newest addition, and she's just
so
the
cute.
sweetest thing ever.
How's she doing sleeping at night?
The last couple of days, she's been sleeping through the night. She got up at 7 when I'm already up at 6. So it's just, yeah, she's been great. So they're very smart dogs. 2 dogs in her litter are going into service already. So so they're really bred for service dogs, and she's our emotional support animal through COVID.
Do you think we need emotional support?
I know I do.
I so
Pet
do.
the puppy. Anyway,
The
so
animals have really helped during this time.
I know they're the best. So anyway, look at there's hi Edgar. Hi.
Oh God, it's a cat. There goes Monkey.
So that's on today's menu. Today is in honor of all of our furry friends. We're going to do a whole wheat, rolled oats, a little nutritional yeast, egg, peanut butter, and even a little bit of garlic and parsley surprise for these dogs. And these you bake in a low and slow, 275 for about 2 hours. So you just, because you want them to be kind of unlike human cookies, you want them to be dried out and crumbly. So that they break apart easily for them in their mouths. And like I said, you can also add the ground flaxseed and make sure it's ground, not whole, because you the ground flaxseed, you actually get the nutritional value in the omega. If it's whole, it's just going to go through your system the way it started. So that doesn't help.
We've had this discussion, Lisa.
We did. So that is today's
whole all the time.
Yes.
And now
all right. Well, you want to get ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And
So we're gonna
it's like, sign
start
me
with-
up. Sign me up. This is my favorite thing ever. This is my favorite thing.
So we're gonna start with 1.5 cups rolled oats. And this is going to go in the Cuisinart and kind of make a dough. And then we're going to roll it out. And I found a doggy bone cookie cutter.
Oh, cute.
Make a little. You can make them on your own. You can make them any shape you want. But
Okay, so you're not going to make them into a Biden-Harris bone?
no. My masterpiece, with the different colors. No, I can't do that. Okay, then we're going to add the flour. So it is 2 cups of whole wheat flour.
Now, where did you get this recipe?
This is actually so funny. This is a recipe originally from one of my herbal cookbooks that that I know, of all things. I was actually looking for something different. And then I saw this and I thought, I have several friends that make their own dog treats and sell them as little crafty things for the holidays. And and I was like, I'm gonna do that because I know people make them homemade. I've never done it before, so why not?
I was this close to opening a dog bakery. The dog
Were you
bakery.
really? Oh, I so believe that. I so believe that.
Yeah.
That
I was very close. I know. We almost did it.
People one next door because you got to feed them, feed people too. Okay, then it's a fourth a cup of nutritional yeast. This, by the way, is great for tofu as well. I like to, when I make tofu, I like to put this on the outsides and then you can fry it up. It's really good. Really?
I use it on my potatoes all the time and popcorn.
It's a great vegan flavoring. They make cheeses out of it with cashews, sort of vegan cheese.
That's the thing. There's the Dr. whatever makes it. It's yellow.
It's like the brewer's yeast.
Yeah, I put that on my popcorn. It's good.
Yeah,
vitamin. It's good for you. Okay, so then we're gonna do a little garlic powder. So this is a take on a recipe that I found in one of my herb cookbooks, but I changed it up a little bit. So I'm just going to do a teaspoon of the garlic.
And that's garlic powder.
It's garlic powder. Yeah,
okay.
I don't want to give them chunks of garlic. I mean, you could, but then you have to go brush their teeth.
You're dealing with dog breath already.
Okay, I brush my cat's teeth every night.
You do?
I know you think that's nuts. I do.
So the parsley will take care. Actually, parsley takes care of bad breath in your gut, where bad breath can come from.
Really?
So yes. So we're going to add the parsley, and it's a cup of parsley, and you just want the tops, and just a gentle top. They're going to get mixed around here in the Cuisinart, so that they'll really break down. But it's a cup of that. Okay, so we're going to give this a spin and let all of these things really grind down. So we've got the oats, the flour, the yeast, the parsley, and the garlic. So we're going to give this a whirl.
The whirl. I used to make my cat food. I made cat food for years.
You did?
Years and years. Yeah.
Wow.
Before really good animal food was a thing, you couldn't find anything other than the traditional 9 Lives stuff you buy in the grocery store, and I just wouldn't do it. So for about 15 years, the first 15 years of my first group of cats, I made their food once a month. I made it all, put it in the freezer, and that's what they ate.
That's commitment.
Monkey lived to be 21.
I mean, I made my kids' own baby food, so I was proud of that. That was good.
Well, I didn't have kids, so there you go.
Yeah, they're fur babies. They're just as precious. I think that it is important to remember to be conscious of what we're feeding our animals. Because if you're feeding them foods with pesticides or they're running on grass with pesticides, that's why doggies get cancer and all these horrible things now that they never used to get before because of our human intervention, our interactions here. So
there's a lot of bad food colorings and fillers And
Yes.
you really need to look at your dog food and see, especially if it's meat and grain based, and where is that all coming from and what kind, and you know what I
I
mean?
always look at it like if I can't eat it, then
Yeah, why
I
should
would give it
they?
to them.
Why should they eat it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not healthy for them either.
I
And
had
you
a
do,
friend who used to actually eat it all first.
yeah, all those fillers.
He used
Ugh.
to eat his cat treats, see if they tasted good.
If you feel like your dog food is appetizing, then you know it's good.
It's good food. Yeah.
My dog food, the food they eat now, is so yummy. It's made from this company in Colorado, and you can put hot water on it, and it turns into gravy, and it's like.
Okay, so I just
Oh,
added
cool.
peanut butter, a quarter cup of peanut butter, and we're gonna let that incorporate.
Okay.
Peanut butter, Monty. That's his favorite.
Don't
Okay.
say it. He knows
That's
what it
really
is.
good, and that's unsalted peanut butter. So we don't want to add.
Unsalted.
I love salt. We don't want to add
Yeah.
any salt to this. The animals don't need any sodium. Okay. So once the peanut butter's in, we're gonna add the egg. 1 egg.
Can you hear Edgar snoring? Can you hear him? He's like, this has become tiresome. Where are the biscuits?
I'm sorry, Edgar. Am I boring you? Okay. So it's 1 egg, and then we're gonna do 1 cup of chicken broth, but you could use beef or lamb or whatever. But I'm gonna use chicken today.
Okay. And that's an organic broth too, right?
This is, and it's low sodium. That's another thing. Make sure it's low sodium. Again, we don't want the animals don't need any salt. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna then mix this again, and we're gonna wait for it to form a ball. There it
So
goes.
you're actually really making a cookie dough.
Can you see it? That's what we want. I love it when it does that. That was so much physical work right there to knead and do that, and the Cuisinart just did it all for us. Edgar.
That's so funny.
So funny. Okay, so then we're gonna take the dough out. I'm gonna put some wheat. This is a granite countertop, so it's fine to do it right on. I cleaned it beforehand, so this is fine to use it. So put a little wheat flour on your countertop.
You use wheat flour?
I did. I used whole wheat. It's just healthier, and it's a whole grain, which is really important to give. Well, for all of us to have whole grains, and the animals too. I think that there's a trend to have our animals not have any grains, and my vet really disagrees with that. She said that they do need the carbohydrates, so we generally use one that's rice based or wheat flour based, along with the proteins for your dogs. Mm-hmm. So you could use a rice flour in this as well if you want to. Just make sure it's non-GMO. It's really important. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna just knead this a little bit and just give it a quick so it comes together.
Like part of me is going, don't you want to add some raisins and nuts? No.
I know.
That was pretty good to me.
It smells. It kind of smells like peanut butter and the brewer's yeast, and but it's actually pretty because it has a little parsley flakes in it. Okay,
I'm gonna make this. This looks really good.
It's not, and obviously this is not typical. Okay, so because again, this is the second time I've baked. So far I baked muffins and dog food. So there you go. All right.
There it is.
That's about my skill. That's not my skill level. All right, so we're gonna do. I'm just gonna roll it out since we're gonna do the cookie cutter. Now you can also just take a piece of this and turn it into a cylinder and then push in the sides and make your own kind of bone with it, or form them into any desired.
I mean, frankly, I don't think the dog really cares the shape. You could probably just run a knife and cut it into rectangles.
Right.
It's kind of
you can use the glass or
for us.
Whatever, anything. Yeah, exactly. The dogs don't care. This is purely for the humans' benefit. And actually, this would make a nice gift for, like, like us, a new puppy owner. If a neighbor or friend has a new dog, you could bring them over, put a little bow around, put a couple of them together.
I love that idea for Christmas.
Put a little bow around it, put it in a cute little bag, a gift bag. Okay, so ideally, one would put this on parchment paper in a cookie sheet, on a cookie sheet. Today is not that ideal day because I'm out of parchment. So we're going to oil the, I'm going to use some olive oil and oil the cookie sheet.
I wish you lived near me. I have so much parchment paper.
I don't know what happened to all of my parchment. I think the kids, I don't know, I blame my children. Blame them for everything. So we're going to really put a nice sheen on that so they don't stick. But in an ideal world, in a non-corona world, you'd put parchment on that, or you go to Debriana's house and you get
pick some up. Yes, I get it at Costco, so I get enough for 2 years.
Which, as it turns out, we may need.
Yes, as it turns out, I'm going through it a lot faster.
Debriana is a certified Costcovian.
Here's our cute little bone here. So I'm going to line these up and just go through. And that's it. Aren't they cute? Look at these. I mean, come on.
Oh my God, they're adorable.
Oh, they're so great.
So I'll bake these up and take a picture.
And they won't rise, right? Because you really didn't put any leavening in there.
No. And you want these, remember, these are going to cook for 2 hours on 275. So it's low and slow. So they get, because I want them to be crumbly, unlike cumin cookies. I don't want these to be hard because I've got a little baby, right? So she's got little baby puppy teeth. You could push them a little higher if you wanted to. And
so you could make them thicker than that if you wanted to. Like, my dogs are older and they would definitely, they like a biscuit that's, like, I don't know.
A substantial biscuit.
Half an inch. And it cleans.
The interesting thing is dog biscuits are expensive.
Right. I mean, how much was this? Was very few ingredients. Yeah. Very few ingredients and really fast.
To get them with just clean ingredients, they're expensive, just like anything else. I mean, if you're going to buy like milk bone, they're super cheap, but then you're giving your dog chemicals. I mean, it's just,
yeah. So this way we can, we're saving a little money. We're doing something healthy for our friends, our furry friends, and just make a huge batch of them. This is making, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll probably get 20 biscuits out of this. So,
and they're big biscuits.
And they're big. This is a little big even for Rizzo, but my other dog Biscuit's gonna love these biscuits.
Your other dog is named Biscuits.
I know, my baby Biscuit. She's 2 years old now.
Yeah. Yes, Patricia, you have 3 fur babies.
I have 2 goats too. And they'll eat anything. They don't care. They're non-discriminatory. They'll eat a tin can if you give it to them. But anyway, so that was that batch. I've got a little dough left here, so I'm just going to sort of take the parts and fold them back in and re-roll it, and then I'll get another probably 4 or 5 out of this.
Now, have you've seen biscuits that have doggy frosting on them, right?
I mean, I don't know. What is that? Bacon fat or some kind of?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask. I'm always curious about that because I've gone into dog bakeries and they've always had these gorgeous. They look like I want to eat them.
Right.
Well, Brianna, Hollie, you've been in this store. It's called Tekatu in Santa Fe, and it's like the premier, pet store for gadgets and food and stuff. And they have those frosted ones there. And I looked at it one time and it was, well, I got to say, there was one that I didn't really like the ingredients in it. It was some kind of, not dextrose, but a light sugary thing. And I was like, no. And then
you don't want to give that to the dog. You could, I mean, I was
don't want to give that to
cornstarch or something, but you don't want to give them a lot of corn either. It's hard for them to digest corn. So I would think that it would be some kind of fat.
Yeah.
But although you're not supposed to give bacon fat to dogs. So anyway. All right. So here we go. So this is I'll just show you
I think everyone should eat bacon fat.
Here's the cookie sheet.
Oh, look at them.
Oh, look how cute.
So
Oh,
we'll bake these up, and I'll get some photos out to everybody along with the recipe, and then we can see we'll taste test. Not I won't taste test, but the dogs will taste test.
But seriously,
Although Jack, my
there's
son Jack,
nothing
will
in them
probably
that you couldn't eat. I mean, there really isn't.
I know, honestly.
Take,
Well, Jack will eat any.
take a picture of Biscuit having the biscuit.
I will. So
Oh,
that's it for
yes,
today.
goats are good for weeds. Do you use your goats for weeds, or do you use it for milk?
Weeds. We have 2 boys, brothers, and it's for weed abatement for the fire, to help with the fire clear out.
Okay.
They're
And
very
how
good.
is the fire situation right now?
It's a little better. The air quality is a little better. There are still fires burning, and we just found out there was a reversal of the federal funds that were supposed to come our way that weren't, and now I guess they are. So that's good news, because people are. I know, it's
Well,
just
on the
it's really.
I saw a court today actually put a stay on the food stamps. Trump was going to cut food stamps in the middle of a pandemic.
I know.
And
We have
the court
lines of
stopped
food
it
banks here.
today.
There's lines of people at our food banks, because we do a
Yes.
lot of, as a family, we volunteer at our county food bank quite a bit, and there are just lines of people. It's really, it's
really
scary
bad right
time.
now. It
But
is.
anyway, but
So
we're all
here's-
okay now, and everybody's
Yes,
doing okay.
That's
So
good.
yeah.
All right, here's another thing people
more
can
days.
do. This is a group called Envoys for Humanity.org, and they have they're sending postcards out to first-time voters in Florida. They're targeting specific voters in Texas. So if you want to help, if you go to that envoysforhumanity.org, you can also get the download addresses and figure out how to do that and help in these last 2 weeks.
Great.
Do what you can, everybody. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to hollieshomegrown.com.
Yes, hollieshomegrown.com is the way we should do this. And lastweekends.org, swing left. We already know that.
I mean, in a lot of states, California, I think, was yesterday for online registration. New Mexico, it's October 31st. If you want to, you're really late and you're just, you haven't gotten on the bandwagon, you still can, people. Like, you need to
Do
get
it. Don't be afraid. Go vote.
Get this done.
This is what I call go time. This is it. We do not want to be close. Today, there was a 4-4 vote in the Supreme Court, which actually upheld the Pennsylvania can count the votes a few days after, as long as they're postmarked by the right place.
Roberts went with the liberals.
Yes, but it was 4-4. So this is the deal. Where the Supreme Court, you may want to, if you're really interested in getting down into a little bit more weedy things, call your senators and tell them to do whatever they can to block this nomination. There are still ways to slow this down. And this is going to get cray-cray. Now, if we do not want this going to the Supreme Court, because it could easily go this way, 4-4. So what we need to do is make sure that we do not win on the margins. We need to really landslide it. So if you can help, lastweekends.org, swing left, or Envoys for Humanity, those are all places you can go to help.
Great. Let's do it.
Come on, people. Edgar wants you to
You can do it.
Edgar says vote.
Yes, we can do it.
Thank
you, Holly. That was awesome. I'm sure we're going to help a lot of people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate it. Wear a mask, everyone.
Be safe and be good to your pets. They're your babies.